Let's talk about some of the mistakes you can avoid when designing and installing your electrical system. These are mistakes either I have made or I have seen others make. I organized this list into a top 10 format, so let's start with number 10 first. Number 10. Not having the right tools for the job. Fortunately, the proper tools for electrical work are relatively inexpensive compared to some of the larger shop tools you will need for building cabinetry or other construction projects in your van. You need quality wire cutters, wire strippers, and crimpers. Don't try to cut wire with scissors or crimp terminals with pliers. Use the right tools for the job. You will also need a heat gun, voltmeter, torque wrench, and torque screwdriver. Go ahead and make a small tool bag with all of your electrical tools. Throw in a headlamp, zip ties, and add a few quality screwdrivers and needle nose pliers. Altogether, you should be able to put together an electrical tool bag for less than a couple $100s. Number 9. Incompatible parts and equipment. Buying a random mix of parts and equipment as you go, or before you decide what it is you're building, is not a very good idea. For optimal performance and compatibility, your electrical system should consist of equipment that is designed and pre-programmed to work together. If you choose to use mixed equipment, be prepared for extra work setting it up to work as expected. Also make sure that you are using equipment designed to be used in a van. Number 8. Being cheap and buying the least expensive equipment or trying to make electrical components yourself to save some money. The electrical system for your van will likely be the most expensive part of your van build. Choosing the least expensive gear or trying to save money by making parts yourself may end up costing you more in the long run. By the time you factor in all the specialized bits and pieces you will need, you will probably have spent almost as much and will likely have spent much more time. Make sure you buy durable and dependable equipment that has been engineered to withstand the conditions in your van. Number 7. Not following the directions and manufacturer recommendations and using the wrong settings. You can save yourself a lot of time and effort by reading and following the literature that comes with your equipment. You can usually find recommended wire and fuse sizes, proper placement, and how to connect your equipment just by reading the directions. Follow the directions on how to set up and program your charge controllers and other items so that they work properly from the very beginning. Number 6. Too much or too little voltage for your controllers. Make sure that your charge controllers are matched to the output of your charging systems. For example, if your solar panels can't produce enough voltage to exceed the minimum charging voltage of your battery bank, your batteries will not charge. Also make sure that you are not exceeding the voltage limits on those controllers, as they can be permanently damaged by too much voltage. You need to consider how you design your charging systems, like whether to wire solar panels in parallel or series, and then use equipment that is rated to accept the output voltage. Number 5. Using the wrong wire size and wire type. Learn how wire size is rated and understand the relationship wire size has with current capacity. Be able to convert metric wire size to American and know the difference between things like 4-gauge wire and 4-aught wire. You also need to use wire that is able to handle vibration, has proper insulation, and is resistant to corrosion. Avoid using solid wire, even for AC circuits. Instead, you should use marine-grade stranded wire. You need to reference wire size charts, like this one, to calculate proper wire size. Other than cost and ease of use, using a larger wire size than necessary can be a good idea, as it reduces voltage drop and allows for future device upgrades without having to rewire your van. Number 4. Using the wrong fuse size and fuse type. Fuses protect your wires from overheating, and that protects your van from fire damage. so make sure to use the highest quality fuse and the right type of fuse for the application. Cheap or poorly made fuses may not blow out fast enough and may even melt their fuse holders before tripping. Use a reference table or fuse calculator to select the right size fuse. Number 3. Loose terminals, poor workmanship, messy layouts, and poor cable management. Take your time and thoughtfully manage cable runs. You need to secure all cables as well as the components they are connected to. Plan your layout to help keep cable runs short and direct while keeping everything neat and organized. Use labels to help keep track of what everything is connected to. And most importantly, make sure to properly terminate your cables with crimped lugs, clamps, or lever nuts. A loose terminal will heat up and can start a fire. Number 2. Too much or too little capacity for how you use your van. Think carefully how you plan to use your van and how many devices you want to connect to your electrical system. Conduct an energy audit to determine the size of your battery bank and then determine how you will keep it charged up. Not having enough battery capacity will keep you from running all of the devices you need, while having too much capacity will cost extra money. And now for the number 1 mistake: not having a solid plan before you get started. Many of the mistakes I have seen and experienced have come from a simple lack of planning. So my number 1 mistake, and something you should do before anything else, is to thoroughly plan your van build. Start with an assessment of how you want to use your van. Study what others have done and think about what you will want and need to power. Size your battery bank to meet your current needs and leave room for expansion. Plan a charging system that matches your usage and daily habits. Plan the location of your components to maximize efficiency and ease of maintenance and use. Lay out all of your wire runs and calculate wire and fuse size for each circuit. Make a list of all the parts and components you will need and make sure you have all the proper tools to complete the job. If you start with a comprehensive plan, you will avoid many of the mistakes I've talked about and you will save yourself time and money. You will also have a safe and reliable system that will last the life of your van. I would love to hear some of the electrical mistakes you have made, so please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below.